Hello friends, I Dr. Saliha Patan welcome you all to my YouTube channel Super Psychology Prof. Psychology being the science of human behavior has great scope of application to the people in business and industry. As professional psychologists, they work as a full-time members of business, industrial organization, government offices, offering their services to variety of organizations. Most psychologists who work as full-time in business and industry of practically every type of business operation like manufacturing, advertising, insurance, retailing, and so on. As to the specific activities performed by industrial psychologists are personnel selection, personnel development, human interface, that is engineering, efficiency in production, supervision. They also offer counseling, labor relations, and safety. At this stage, psychologists are actively involved in activities that concern people in the organization. Let us understand the role of psychological understanding which is related to the employment. The proper selection of employee or personnel, that is matching the right person with the right job, is a vital and complex process. A selection program requires a sequence of specific operations including job profile, job analysis, recruitment techniques, interviews, psychological testing, and assessment training. Friends, let us understand what is job profile and why it is necessary on the part of organization to have the job profile. Job profile is a description of a particular job which includes necessary elements to perform the post or position effectively. The job profile outlines the details of a job. Job profile is generally developed by personnel department. Some elements which describe the job profiles are as follows. The first one is the responsibilities or duties or the roles played by the person. An employer creates a job profile for many reasons. Employer must analyze the job that a person will perform, including essential duties and non-essential duties. These duties will be used to calculate the amount of pay, the job title, the salary, or the hourly designation and the position on the organizational level. Secondly, on the basis of qualification, every job will have the qualification, minimum or maximum. A job profile provides the details of specific job task. An employer may include minimum qualification and preferred qualification. It includes the knowledge, skill, abilities, and years of experience. The hiring manager may use the qualification to eliminate unqualified applicants. Remaining applicants will be ranked according to their qualification. Third point is additional information. A detailed job profile gives more context to a job. A manager uses to evaluate a person's work requirements such as qualification, tests, background check, machinery or tools that an applicant must use. It helps the person to have better outline of the job. Last one is suitability. When you read a job profile, some information about the job itself will help you to decide whether you can do it well or not. Always look at the essential job duties and required tools, including equipment and resources that a job holder must use to perform the essential duties, which will help him to decide whether he is suitable for that job or not. Friends, now let us understand what is job analysis and what are the various uses of job analysis. The first step in selection process is job analysis, which involves highly detailed description of the component task performed on a job. Job analysis is a systematic process of gathering complete information about job duties and responsibilities to carry out position or a job effectively. It is a process of collecting the information about the job. Job analysis is used to determine the placement of jobs. There are two major aspects of job analysis. One is job description, which focuses on the job, whereas second is job specification, which has a focus on the job holder. Let us understand what is job description. It is a description of activities and duties performed in the job. Various tools, machines, equipments used in that job. Nature of supervision done by the supervisor. The hazards which are created in the job. What the job title, working conditions, relationship with other employees. In short, what work is done, how it is done, and what is the purpose of task is job description. Job specification focuses on the job holder. Minimum level of qualification and skills required by the human being. Physical and other abilities, knowledge and experience of a employee which is required to do a job effectively, level of education, training programs, initiatives taken by the person. In short, the human being's knowledge, skills and abilities, which is also known as KSA in industrial and organizational psychology. Various methods have been used to collect the information about the job description and job specification. One of the methods is directly observing the person performing the job. Survey method is used to collect the information by interviewing or through the plant questionnaires. Task analysis, that is identifying important aspects of the job and recording it. Job element methods are used which records the knowledge, skills and aptitudes of a person. Position analysis questionnaires are used, which is also known as PAQ, which are worker related questionnaires. By referring to the published job analysis such as Dictionary of Occupation Titles, that is DOT. Performance record, that is asking workers to maintain a systematic log of daily job activities. Some other techniques like checklists, video tips, role playing, individual and group interviews, questionnaire forms to be filled by the employees, subject matter experts, that is EMES, presidents and vice presidents, etc. Some more techniques are like SMS, telephone, mobile interview, video conferences are some of the techniques are used to collect the information about the job description and job specification. Now let us understand, friends, what are the various uses of job analysis. Why job analysis is so important in the organization or in the industry. It helps to make the selection of an employee more effective. It does not allow the discrimination. It helps for the promotion and transfer of the employee from one department to another department, which is known as horizontal transfer, or it can be a promotion from which is vertical promotion from one category or one position to the higher position. It helps to setting the wages or deciding the salary as per the job description and job specification. It helps prevent dissatisfaction on the part of an employee, helps in developing and training programs, helps in performance appraisal. Job analysis helps to evaluate the job performance, makes the employee disciplined, helps planning for future staffing needs, necessary for compensation plans which is different for every organization, for hiring the purposes and redesigning the job. These are the various uses of job analysis which is helpful in the industry and organization. Now let us understand what is job evaluation. But friends, before we understand what is job evaluation and how it is done, we must understand what is the difference between job analysis and job evaluation. Job analysis is done to develop job description in which focus is on the job, whereas job evaluation is a systematic way of determining the value or worth of a job in relation to other jobs in an organization. Job evaluation is the process of determining the importance of a job in relation to other jobs. It is a comparative process. Job can be evaluated on the basis of three aspects. Whole job ranking, it means it is the simplest method of job evaluation. According to this method, jobs are arranged from highest to lowest in order of their value or merit to the organization. Jobs can be also arranged according to the relative difficulty in performing various jobs. Second is factor comparison. A set of compensable factors are identified as determining the worth of job. For example, some compensable factors are skills, knowledge, duties, efforts, responsibilities, experience, abilities, working condition. And last is point system. Point method is a set of compensable factors are identified as determining the worth of jobs, that is in the form of money or assigned to the points to represent their values. After job analysis and workers' requirement, the process leads to recruiting applicants. Recruitment is to find particular people who have specific qualification and get them applied. In a competitive job market, recruitment process is a process of identifying job vacancy, analyzing the job recruitment, reviewing application, screening the application, shortlisting some of the applications, and finally selecting the right candidate through interview. There are two types of approaches in recruitment. One, chilling effect, and second, affirmative action. Chilling effect is generally discriminatory. People of the organization, they are not interested in selecting the employees, or towards the group, or towards the employees, or towards the community and gender, they are discriminating, which in turn creates bad reputation of organization in the job market. Whereas affirmative action is a process of equality by active approach. Who should be recruited in this approach? Minority group is all included, females are included. So in short, recruitment is done on the basis of equality and irrespective of gender, race, caste and creed. Now we will understand the stages of recruitment before hiring the employee. That is action or approach of recruitment. Firstly, who will be recruited? Employer must have to be fully aware about what type of a worker is expected at that particular position. So workers' requirements are laid down. It helps to eliminate the unnecessary applications. Recruitment is done on the basis of equality basis. Once the position or the vacancy is created in the organization, it has to be announced. How it is announced? Organizer may give the advertisement in newspaper or newspaper community or paper. It can be published in journal. It can be given on the radio, television, public or private agencies. We can provide the pamphlets. We can publish it in the bulletin. We can give it to the college placement officers who are working on the placement offices. We can give it to the company's own newsletter, publish in the company's bulletin, or can be provided to the community agencies. What has to be announced into the newspaper? The job requirements, that is the position or the title of the job, salary specification, if any preferences are there, has to be published. What compensation companies are going to give, what are the various benefits are offered by organization, description of the company, procedure for applying, online forms or formats are given, special appeal if any. All these are has to be published in the newspaper or the media through which we are trying to reach the people. Once recruitment stages have passed, then we will come to the techniques used in selection of employees. Basically, these techniques are used from the field of psychology. There are basically three important techniques which are widely used in selection of employee, and they are interviews, which is the oldest technique of interviewing the employees. Second is psychological testing. These tests are available in the laboratory of psychology. And third, assessment training. We'll study them in detail one by one. Friends, let us understand psychological techniques which are used in hiring the candidates in the organization and industry. The first technique is known as interview. The word interview refers to a one-on-one conversation between the interviewer and interviewee. It is the most popularly used and old device from psychology. It is used for the employee selection. It is the interaction between the interviewer and interviewer, which is a structured conversation where the questions are asked by the employer and employee responds to the question. Job interview is a conversation between the job applicant and an employer. It is a process. There are various types of interviews which are conducted by the organization. The first interview is known as telephonic interview. It is organized by the employer or the representative of the industry. It is an initial stage interview in hiring process. Employer may ask the questions related to the experience, qualification and salary expectations. Second type of interview is known as formal interview. It is face-to-face interview. Such interviews gives proper space to the interviewee to unwrap himself. Third interview is known as behavioral interview. The focus is on how one has handled the situation in past. Employer wants to know your skills, abilities and personality. It is a tactic to know employee's behavior in the past, which helps to predict his future behavior. Fourth type of interview is known as group interview, which measures teamwork attributes, reflect leadership style. It is a screening process where you are observed at multiple candidates, the candidates at the same time. On-site interview is conducted in company premises. Hiring manager conducts the interview. It is the first time you meet representatives of the organization in company premises. Thank you for watching my video. Like, share and subscribe if you are new on my channel. Press bell icon to get information of new videos. I would like to read your comments, so do comment. Thank you.